Welcome everyone to another chapter of Gachiakuta. This week goes into further depths of what happened last week. There is some development on the positioning of the Janitors and what's happening inside the beast. Anyway, let's start dumpster diving. The chapter starts off with Fu crying to himself. He is whining about how he is useless and he hasn't been of any help to Zodyl. He starts to say that he wished he was given orders, which is funny because he was. However, he was too scared to start a fight between himself and Engine. Suddenly, he hears a voice coming from the shadows telling him to trade places. It seems that the goal has altered from stalling the Janitors to just destroying everything inside the aberrant beast, as well as the aberrant beast itself. It'll probably come to no surprise to everyone that his character is very similar to Zenitsu. It's probably in his nature to be a crybaby. However, characters like these have an alternate personality that makes them incredibly overpowered. I'm excited to see what Fu has to offer in the upcoming chapters. It flashes back to our main crew, where Norde is unleashing her heavy attack on the Janitors. Rio starts to contemplate whether or not she made the right decision of not killing Norde. This isn't too shocking for me, as Norde's power is centered around her ability to produce static electricity with her hair. As she is electrifying the main cast, especially to the degree that she's doing it to, her hair is being burnt out as stated by Rio. This means regardless of whether or not she succeeds in stalling the Janitors, her Genki will be unusable. I believe this brings into question what does Norde value and Rio's beliefs. Norde is willing to sacrifice her ability to use her Genki, which I don't think Rio would ever consider due to her treasuring her scissors. Similarly, as Rio isn't able to currently stop Norde, this could have all have been prevented, suggesting that Rio had just killed her in the first place. Despite that, we move to Norde, which seems stressed, even though she is shocking the Janitors. We see our goat, Rudo, crawling to what seems to be the core of the beast. He exclaims that he's going to destroy the core. Suddenly, just above the core, we see cracks in the wall, and as Engine points out, it's from the place in which Rudo's nail attack landed a chapter ago. It seems that once the beast had entered the storm, its integrity started to reduce, so any soft spots, like the place of which the nail attack landed, began to crumble. In the next panel, we see the wall break, and as the closest person to the hole, it swept away Norde from inside of the beast. She desperately tries to hang on to the wall, but after glancing outside, she willingly lets go. As she's taken into the trash storm, she says to Zodyl that this is far enough. From the looks of it, it seems like the Janitors are almost at the sky place, which means that there's a chance that we may see the main cast reach the top of the storm. However, the Vandals are convinced that if this does happen, that they may end up dying, as if there's a barrier preventing people from climbing up. It's also important to highlight Fu's role in their escape from the aberrant beast. I believe his power may be uncontrollable, which will mean any sort of damage that he does do will be collateral. He said that he'll blow up the place, which makes me believe that he has some sort of explosive power, similar to Bakugo from My Hero Academia. When he was talking to the other person, it seems like he was holding on to something, which may be his Genki. I feel like once his personality switches over, it won't be similar to Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, but something similar to Toko from Danganronpa, which transforms into Genocide Jack whenever she sneezes. There's a chance that he may attack the aberrant beast, but I think his main goal is just to cause some mayhem, so I think that the main cast will be in for a shock next chapter. The location of which Norde flies out of the aberrant beast looks kind of reminiscent to the panel that we saw in the first chapter of the series. This is when Rudo was being tossed off the sky place and banished by the sky police. When he was falling, he saw something which looked like an outline of a person. There's a chance that Urana Kai may develop on this in the upcoming chapters. Thank you for watching today's video, and if you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as I do cover Gachiakuta weekly and other mangas. Also, follow my Twitter, Anime Compendia, as I do post relevant information that you may want to keep posted on. See you in the next one. Bye bye.